guys, it's Megan and you're watching Life Size Beauty. This is my November favorites. I know, I'm like a week late, but you know what? I'll do whatever I want. It's my damn channel. So here's some of my favorite things from November. Now this month I bought the Garnier Clean Nourishing Cleansing Oil. I wanted to try this. I kept seeing it around and I was like, you know, I'm a big fan of coconut oil, argan oil, all these different things, but I've never really used them as like a full-on cleanser. So I bought this to try it out and I was really impressed. I found that it was a little too much to use to clean my face in the morning and night, so I started cleaning my face in the morning with this. Now what that did was it helped kind of get rid of all that oil on my face from the night before, but didn't feel like it was completely stripping my skin. Now on the packaging it says it dissolves impurities in makeup and it replenishes skin. It's got jojoba and macadamia. You use a pump or two, you put it on your face, you kind of move that around for a while and then you just rinse it off and your skin feels super soft and nice. I'm gonna say I got this at Target, but this is the Freeman Feeling Beautiful Dead Sea Minerals Anti-Stress Mask. I have been a big fan of masks lately. I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden it's Sunday night and it feels like I need to have a ritual. I feel like I'm at the age now where I need rituals, and so Sunday night has become my like bath and coconut oil in the hair and face mask night. I don't know, I'm on a date with myself. I don't know if this cleans your pores and smooths your skin and does all the things it promises, but I know that it feels very relaxing to me. The smell is super clean. I like the bright blue color. The next thing is something that I've been using for a long time, and this has lasted me a while. The Burt's Bees Intense Hydration Night Cream with Clary Sage. I use this at night, obviously a night cream, and I love the smell of it. I love the feel of it. My face feels so soft. If you couldn't tell, I'm a big fan of moisturizers and just anything that keeps all this glowy without breaking it out because I have sensitive skin. And Burt's Bees tends to be something that I loved when I was young, and I would always try to get my mom to buy it for me when I was in CVS, and she occasionally would because it was kind of expensive. But now as an adult I can buy whatever I want, and you can get this at CVS, you can get this pretty much anywhere. I really have two things that I've been using on my hair consistently. First is the Orbe Gold Lust Nourishing Hair Oil. I am obsessed with this. The first time I used it, it did feel like my hair was liquid gold. It felt amazing. You just use a pump or two of this and you kind of spread it throughout the end of your hair, and then whatever's left over I usually kind of put throughout the crown. This is keeping my hair so soft and nice, especially since obviously I process and I do a lot of things to it. So another thing I'll use is the Macadamia Natural Oil Healing Oil Spray. I got this as a sample size in one of my unboxing videos. It just smells like woodsy, flowery, grandma-y, but like sexy grandma. This tends to be what I use if I'm just gonna let my hair air dry and I just want it to have some extra moisture. And I put this on at night and it smells so good. I'm a big fan of this. Okay, so what was my favorite makeup for November? Something that I found myself using a lot, and I got this all at Target. I went in and I just was on a Sonia Kashuk rampage. I have no idea. I just really haven't found anything from Sonia Kashuk that I don't like, so I'm going to show you some of the staple things I've been using this month and that I have on my face right now. The first thing is a Sonia Kashuk concealer palette. This is in light. It has all the different colors you need to kind of work with the blue under your eyes or areas where you have redness. It's just a nice little drugstore find that I'm a big fan of. I also was having a splurge day and I decided to get the Tinted Moisturizer, the Radiant Plus Tinted Moisturizer. I couldn't figure out what color I was, so I got two. I got Fair and Linen. So right now I'm wearing Fair. And you know, it's a tinted moisturizer. It's pretty good, especially for something that's not super expensive. It can be a little bit drying, I find, like around my nose and stuff like that, but for the most part, it seems to hold up pretty well. The trick with these is if you're going to use tinted moisturizers, you're not going to use full coverage foundations. Just make sure that you use powder so that you're really, again, setting everything and letting it go for as long as it can go. And finally, I got a lipstick from Sonia Kashuk. This is Sheer Melon. This is what I have on my lips right now. It's pink, but it has kind of an orange undertone to it. So bright. Love the color payoff of this, love the consistency of it, and again, drugstore find, yes. Also love the packaging. It's very smooth, rectangular. Number one, this candle, which looks ridiculous right now, the sides all burned because I use so much of it that I would have to hold it up just to get the candle in there. No, I'm not fancy enough to have one of the big lighters. I'm using like little hand lighters, whatever. This is Marine Musk from the collection Chesapeake Bay Candle situation that's going on at Target. I bought this after Thanksgiving when there were a lot of deals going on. I think these are usually $10, but they're around $5 at Target. So I got two of them. I haven't really used the other one yet, but oh my god. The name Marine Musk really isn't the most like attractive name in the world. It smells like clean laundry and flowers by the beach. It just makes me feel like everything is gonna be okay. Also, Honey by Marc Jacobs is, this is a perfume I bought a while ago, and it was kind of like an early birthday present to myself, if I remember correctly. It's just so cute. The packaging is so cute. Oh my gosh. It's just like a very fresh floral. It's definitely more of a summer scent. So I think I'm gonna retire it for the winter because it definitely feels more like a summer, fun outside, sunscreen, flowers kind of scent. There are two things that I was obsessed with wearing together all of the time, and I wore this for as many parties as possible, was this green striped dress from Target. I love the way this dress fits. It's just, I mean, granted, listen, it's not the easiest thing to zip up by yourself, you know what I'm saying? But the places it hits me are just so good. It just makes me feel really good because it's really tight kind of up top, makes my boobs look great, and then it kind of tapers off and goes out, and it emphasizes all of my best parts. Then there's a City Chic jacket that I'm also obsessed with, and I wear that with everything. Every time I go out, people compliment me, and the fact that it's kind of this faux leather with this sheer paneling on the sleeves, people love, but it's super light and perfect. It's called a cut above. It's basically this kind of rosy, metallic, I mean, you're meant to put it over other nail polish, but I just layer it on. Especially when you play guitar, at least for me, nail polish, just normal nail polish, comes off all the time. I like sparkly nail polishes because I feel like I don't feel bad about just layering those up and then layering back over when bits of it go missing from playing guitar. My favorite movie for this month was Interstellar. I went to see that with some friends. Soundly Wake invited us to actually go. We had free screening passes, and I wasn't expecting anything, and I fell in love with that movie right away. And it made me feel all kinds of things. It made me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel sad. It was just, shot so beautifully. The sound was great. The music was great. No spoilers, but it kind of turned into like a Doctor Who episode, and I was not hating that. I've never seen a movie that made me want to go to space. This didn't make me want to go to space, but Matthew McConaughey has a nice voice. My Angelou wouldn't take nothing for my journey now. So the inner description of this book says, what is this book about? It says it's about being in all ways a woman, about the sweetness of charity, about the spirit, and about death and its legacy. It's about living well and living good, and the power of the word and complaining and sexual encouragement and jealousy, and even taking time just for yourself. One of my favorite chapters is about complaining, and she tells a story about how her grandmother had her own store, and people would come in and kind of complain about everything that was happening in their lives, usually a lot of small little things. And her grandmother gave her basically this advice. Sister, there are people who went to sleep all over the world last night, poor and rich and white and black, but they will never wake again. Sister, those who expected to rise did not. Their beds became their cooling boards, and their blankets became their winding sheets. And those dead folks would give anything at all, for just 5 minutes of this weather, or 10 minutes of that plowing that person was grumbling about. So you watch yourself about complaining, sister. What you're supposed to do when you don't like a thing is change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Don't complain. Now this month, my favorite music, I actually decided that the easiest way to do this is to make a playlist. So there's a playlist link below. You can go check that out. I will say that one of my favorite songs this month, I was listening to a lot of Banks. So Begging for Thread by Banks, kind of just in my head all of the time. But there's a lot of good stuff down there, so go check it out. My favorite podcast is, and this has been my favorite podcast for a while, but I kind of didn't listen to it for a while and kind of stocked up on episodes. 10-minute podcast. I'm not going to tell you even what it's about. I'm just going to send you in, and it's going to be the best 10 minutes of your life. So you can't tell me, like, I don't listen to podcasts because they're so long, whatever. These are 10-minute podcasts, and they're hilarious. My favorite purchase this month, again, back to technology and books. I bought a Nook. I'm not even doing this as a humble brag. I own way more electronics than I should own because at heart, I'm like an 88-year-old woman. So I have a Kindle, and Kindles are great, and they're dope, and you can do all kinds of things on them, and they look like beautiful little computer screens, but I wanted something that didn't look like a computer screen because I've lived here for 2 years in LA, and I haven't read a full-on book until like this past month or two. So I bought a Nook Glowlight, and it's just so cute, and it lights up. You can't really see it light up, but it does. Oh, there we go. It's glowing, and it looks, let me turn the lights off. Turn the lights off. And it just looks like paper, and I appreciate that. it makes me want to read more. I don't know. I felt like I was cheating on books. I'm still cheating on books, but I feel a little bit better because I'm cheating on it with something that looks like a book. And it makes me, yeah, it makes me happy. So whatever. It's my favorite purchase of this month. It's the best, like 80 something bucks I spent. Now let's talk apps. Okay, these are some of my favorite apps from this month. The first one is called Hanx Writer. Basically, it's a way to send notes and stuff to yourself, but it sets up a little typewriter. So you can just type whatever you want, and you get the satisfaction of actually typing on a typewriter. It's got all the little sounds and bells, and you can download different typewriters if you want a different sound or a different feel. I mean, yeah, you can use Notebook and all these other things, but for some reason, there's something really visceral and really enjoyable about hearing the little clicks. I'm also a big fan of VSCO Cam. This is an app that I didn't know about until my friend Austin Risolvato, who's an amazing photographer, showed me, and here are some of the photos that I've been messing around with to put on Instagram. But it's just, you can download all of these different filters and it gives you so much more control. I'll take a little picture of Chris and I'll show you what it looks like with some of the different filters that I've downloaded, and you just have absolute control over every part of the picture. So you can just make everything look amazing. And finally, there's a game called 94 Seconds. Basically, there is a countdown and you are given a letter and a theme. So you have to come up with an answer that uses the first letter that they give you and try to go through the list as quickly as possible. And then at the end, they will tell you if you match up. Basically makes you feel incredibly smart or incredibly stupid depending on the day and depending on how awake your brain is. And finally, before I go, I want to tell you some of my favorite videos from this month. Now, these aren't videos that necessarily came out this month, but they are things that I favorited and I enjoyed and I wanted to share with you. The first is the What's Underneath project, Jackie O'Shaughnessy. It's just, again, words aren't going to do any justice for it, but I think it's super important to give you an understanding about aging in your body and feeling beautiful. And yeah, it was a very inspiring video to me. The next one is from Kat Black, who I've become a fan of recently, called Dear Arielle, Scarcella, Please Stop. Now, this is kind of, yes, YouTube drama, and she has a lot of amazing videos I could have chosen, but this is one I favorited just because I think she makes a lot of really good, passionate points. I'm not against having dialogue with other creators. Sometimes if it's not great dialogue with each other, but important dialogue, that's okay. And that's kind of something I miss about the old school vlogging days, is when people weren't so scared about losing connections or brand deals and just like would say true shit. And finally, a video I watched like every single day and cried was Sean Klitzner's Our 9-Month Journey, that shows him and his wife Noelle getting pregnant, going through that entire experience, giving birth to a baby. I mean, mostly her, but he's also there to film it, so you know, important. And if you want to feel feelings, this is the one. So yeah, those were some of my favorites for November. If you guys have any favorites you want to share with me, please let me know below in the particulates. I can't speak for this long without losing it. And if there's any genre of favorite I forgot, like, do you want to know my favorite ponytail holders? I don't know. This was kind of just off the cuff and me thinking about things that I like are literally in my room right now because I'm using them all the time. If you missed my last Life Size Beauty video, you can go check that out here. Don't forget that I have 2 other channels. I know, it's because I hate sleep. Tanja's ML, which has a lot of music and frequently has Tanjas, and Megan Tanjas, which is sort of going through a transition right now, but has a lot of like me playing video games badly, vlogs. And if you want to check out my podcast, some of the previous episodes that have gone up, there's a playlist over there that you can check out. Sometimes people like to listen to things on YouTube. Okay, I love you all. I will see you soon, and I hope that you are good or well or whatever word is correct. I haven't been in school in a long time. Okay, I love you. Bye.